Oh, peace.
Yep.
Bye, Kyle.
It's
Bye,
still not
Kyle.
working. Okay, I'm just gonna exit out the window.
Fucking linger, huh?
Hey, all you recovering emo kids. Amanda and Rob here at the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. And you saw our guest. It's almost a little bit of a tease, but we are joined today on this episode, which with the New Jersey band Latchkey Kids. They have a new record that just came out April 15th, Years of Summer, which is absolutely excellent. We got to talk to them about their early days, the influences on the record. We got to talk about Fall Out Boy, because Hanny is
Oh,
a
yeah.
massive fan,
Yeah, we
and
talked some
that
Fall
made
Out
my heart
Boy.
happy. We talked some Fall Out Boy.
It's like a
And
secret
yeah,
word
it
on
was a
this show.
blast.
Like it pop when Fall. It's like I'll hear and I'm like I'm always like, do they know? Like, do
Oh,
they know?
he knew, yeah,
Do
because
they,
he's like, oh, I listen
he
to
knew.
podcasts.
Yeah, like, but like, I'm just like, do they know what they're doing right here? Like,
As soon as they mentioned Fall Out Boy, do they know?
their record's awesome, huh? Like,
Oh,
it's
such a good record.
emo as fuck. Tom May from the Menzingers co-produced
Yes.
on it. Is also on
and
a track.
yeah.
Shades of Jimmy Eat World, shades of like 1998 emo, 2002
It's
emo. We like the Latchkey Kids, huh?
a lot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Big fan of Latchkey Kids.
Latchkey Kids are sick. Yeah, one of the coolest bands. But before you get to hear this enjoyable interview with Latchkey Kids, do us a favor: prescribe to the pod. You have to press the button there. They've been listening a lot more. I think. I appreciate if you're listening and you
Yeah.
haven't done it yet. Stop being
What are you
fucked up.
doing?
Like, we're gonna cry. Yeah, what are you doing? It's not nice to us. Press the button, like this, comment if you could. It means a lot. Follow us on the internet. Our links are down there. Emo Kids Anonymous. You know how to use fucking social media. I'm not gonna tell you what to
Yeah.
do. Our Discord's down there. And as always, this episode is brought to you by our friends over at Protege. Protege is the all-in-one face serum. They'll take your face from fucky to fresh. Throw it on your face, rubs on nice, no grease, no nothing like that. Make you a lot more handsome than you were before. Look at me. I don't look a day over 31, maybe. I'm actually 48, and I look fucking great for my age. A lot of
You
people are
do.
saying, yeah, I look great for 48. Yeah, I was born during the Carter administration. Love Jim.
Yeah.
James, we used to call him
Yes,
James.
that
They
would
made
be
him, yeah, then it was Jimmy later on. But yeah, we called him James when he was president.
Peanut Farmer. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know about that at the time. We just knew about the I don't know.
I think
I
they knew he was a peanut farmer. It's
Did
fine.
they? I don't know. I don't really know as much about like Protege. You're wondering how Jimmy Carter stayed alive so long. Let me just tell you right here. Protege, Jimmy Carter was using this shit. You go to protege.com, you enter Emo Kids at checkout, you get your first bottle for $10. After that, you go back and you enter Rob40, ROBB40 at checkout. You get everything outside for 40%. Enjoy our interview with the Latchkey Kids. Rest in peace, Jim Carter.
Yeah. R.I.P. Jimmy.
When I'm bored, I scorn your heart with fire. And I'm
That's beautiful. Where'd you get your burrito from?
A beautiful little chain in New Jersey called Taqueria.
Oh.
And I know you guys, you're West Coast, right?
Yeah,
Rob? You
I
guys
am.
are-
Amanda's in Kentucky, though. I don't know where that is.
That's somewhere in the
Yeah.
middle of it all. So I know I can't say anything about burritos. You guys beat us on burritos. But this place
You beat us
pretty
on
good,
most everything
Taqueria.
else food-wise.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, I just wanted to get a couple bites in.
Oh, you're good. You're good. One time I had, when I had Madison from Augbert on, fellow New Jerseyan, Madison showed up and was eating like the gnarly, like the plainest looking burgers you've ever seen in your life. They were like pre-made, like,
Yeah.
okay, it says Amanda's
Just like,
here. Oh, there she is.
just struggle
Yeah.
food.
Okay. It had my mic and my camera both grayed out, and it wouldn't let me even like do anything with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Riverside is trying to silence a woman.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It was
Mhm.
really weird. It was very, very odd. Yes.
Right.
So hopefully it keeps going the whole way through. We'll see.
We're good. This gentleman's just enjoying a nice burrito from a New Jersey burrito chain.
Oh, That looks good.
It's
Ooh.
really good. Chips and guac too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can.
Chips
Here,
and
I'll
guac.
unveil it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do
And
a
it's
full
like half.
reveal, yeah. What
Oh.
are they putting there? Is that like
Fell
ground
apart.
beef? Or is that like
No, it
actual
looks
carne
like
asada?
No. You can see. You know, you can't. It is carne asada. It's
it's
Okay,
carne
used so much
asada, yeah.
I was
rice.
like,
Yeah. It's so much rice, and then they do the thing where I feel like Taco Bell's been doing it now too, where they like char the outside. Oh,
yeah.
where they cook
Perfect.
the outside. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
I like peeling the extra bit of the tortilla off and getting rid of it because when I was a kid, my mom, I don't even think it was my mom. I think I watched, it was like Supersized Me. I think I was fat shamed a lot as a kid or something. And like in my head, it's like, oh, that's a lot of extra carbs. Like I can't
Yeah.
eat a
Aw.
bagel. A bagel is
Oh
like having
no.
5 pieces of bread.
Oh
Oh
no.
my.
Aw.
I'm so sorry. That's like. I hope that you've healed that.
Yeah, I was gonna
Have
say, yeah,
you?
that sounds really traumatic when you say it out loud. In my head, it's always been funny, but like maybe it's not like haha funny. Anyways, Amanda,
Yeah.
you missed nothing. So welcome to Emo Kids Anonymous, you guys.
Hey everyone, how's it
Thanks
going?
for having
Thanks for
us.
having us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, thank you guys. We love your podcast. A lot of cool
Oh,
friends have come on there, so thanks for having us.
I was gonna say it's
yeah, we're
about
happy to
time.
have
I
you.
think we got you at the right time too, with new record out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
years of
perfect
summer.
timing. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're so stoked that you guys are I think the first interview we're doing in the post album release. It's just been a couple
yeah.
days, so it's
We're
cool.
getting a lot of
How's
people in the beginning of their album cycles right now.
we are? It's been great. Yeah,
It's a
and a lot
busy
of Jersey
week.
bands.
A lot, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of Jersey, yeah, and some New York bands, but a lot of Jersey. If you're not from Jersey, you're from like Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all
Right.
kind of all know
We
each
live in
other.
Philly now.
Ooh, what part?
Yeah.
I'm in West. Kyle's in Manayunk. Hanny's still in Jersey though.
Manayunk. I lived in Manayunk.
Did you
Hey.
really?
Whoa, sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to
Represent.
walk down the long ass hill to get to the train station to go to my job. I had to take the Market Street train in just to take
Yep.
the Broad Street line. Or no, I took the to get the Market Street line. It was a whole nightmare. It was a long drive, or it was a long train ride. So yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
It's
are the
out in
first.
California.
You guys are the first Philly band we've had on since I've semi publicly apologized to the city of Philadelphia for talking shit incessantly for months and months. So I'm honored to have you. I'm honored to have you at a good time of my life right now in a good
Well,
relationship.
we snuck in. We snuck in because our branding is New Jersey. I always say to
Yes.
people, we're technically a Philly band now, but our brand is New Jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, 100%.
I don't think you can ever escape New Jersey once you're a
Yeah,
part
it's
of
a
it. You
spiritual
know.
thing.
No.
I understand
Yeah.
that.
Right.
It
Oh,
sticks
yeah.
with y'all for a long time. Yeah, but Latchkey Kids, how long have y'all been a band? I think 2021, is that when your first LP came out? Is that right? 22.
22,
The first
technically. It
one's
was like the end of 22, I think.
Okay, end of
Almost.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been a band for, I guess we're coming up on like 7 years, but I really don't, I feel like that album, that like DIY LP that we put out in 22, that
Mhm.
was like the start of the band, kind of. I
Yeah.
feel like. So it's like 5 to 7 years ish. But yeah, there's some backstory. We actually spent a lot of time in New Brunswick, where I'm sure like you were talking about Maddie earlier. Like we used to swap songs with Maddie in college,
Oh,
so
wow.
there's
Wow.
like a lot of overlap with.
Yeah.
Like we all were in each other's bands like before
Yeah.
2020. I think 2020 was like a big shift for like new bands, and because of
Mhm.
COVID thing,
What do
you
you
know
know?
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
But there's
we're
a lot of
literally we're gonna talk after we film this. We're literally doing like the tomorrow's little short episode is basically about how the pandemic, how MCR is 9/11 made MCR, pandemics made emo cool again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
We're gonna have a whole
yeah.
conversation about it.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that
Yeah.
theory. That's
Yeah.
it's a fact, not a theory.
It
Right?
is a
Yeah.
fact, for
Thank you.
sure.
That's the first time saying it out loud, and I was like, yeah, let's test it out.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But anyways,
But so you guys started about 7 years ago, and kind of how did the story progress? How did it all start? Did it start with you, Hanny? Is that correct?
Yeah, like so it kind of goes back to Kyle and I playing in punk bands together. We were in a like Ramones core band with our
Beautiful.
buddy Jack in New Brunswick. and Kyle was still in high school, and so he would drive up,
Ooh.
and he's this like wonder boy, like this guy that was still in high school who like crushed it on the drums. And we like were in bands for about a year or two, and then I kind of like disappeared for like 3 or 4 months, and Kyle was like, dude, why did you leave the band scene? Like, why aren't we in a band right now? And I was like,
Mhm.
just trust me, I need space to like to write and to like
Yeah.
be
Oh,
on
I
my
was gonna say,
own and
where'd you
kind of
disappear to? You mean like the
yeah,
woods or like a facility
yeah,
or like?
yeah, no. I my dorm room.
Okay,
And
yeah.
so
You're just
I was
chilling.
like I was chilling. I was 19 or 20, and I just felt really kind of inspired about, I guess, like the bands I was listening to at the time were like a lot of indie folk bands, and then a lot of like heartland punk bands like the Menzingers and Gaslight
Yeah.
Anthem.
Menzingers.
Um, and and so like a through line between all those bands was like a real earnestness and honesty. And so I just
Right.
needed a second to like reconnect with myself, with my childhood. And so that band name, the Latchkey Kids, kind of came from that. Like I want to reconnect to like my inner child a little bit, and how do I like honor that little guy? And then I
Yeah.
asked Kyle if he wanted to, play drums, and he, he kind of, if he didn't like the songs, we wouldn't have a band, like honestly. So it was his like support. He was the first real fan of the music, of
Love
the
that.
acoustic guitar songs I was writing,
Yeah.
The earnestness thing with the Heartland, like everything you say there is like that's my favorite shit. Like the Menzingers,
Yeah.
Gaslight, like it's all
Yeah.
just this like it's. I've also tried to argue that like Bruce Springsteen is like emo Jason, because it's just like there's
Yeah.
this like heart on
Yeah.
sleeve earnestness to it. It's like, yeah, like the Menzingers obviously, but just Frank Turner, these bands that just like kind of like
Totally,
they're
totally.
adjacent to it, but like it's raw.
Against Me, Against
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
was a
Against Me for
huge
sure. Yeah.
influence on us. Yeah, I fucking love it all. Am I allowed to curse? I'm sorry. I
You can
don't
say
know if
whatever
we're
you can do
allowed.
whatever
Yeah.
you want. Yeah.
We're not monetized yet.
Yeah.
It's
No.
all
Yeah. No.
good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, I love all those bands. I could go on a dissertation just about that. I guess what they call ordcore
That was
is
the
like
Yes.
word.
another
Orgcore
That
was
was.
oh, you remember that
ordcore.
sick ass? They had the drawings of the different like stereotypes.
Oh yeah. That's yep.
Yeah.
Like know your
Uh,
scene or know your whatever it was. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
ordcore would be like just because of punkrock.org, I think, right? Like was
Yeah.
writing
Yeah.
Yes.
about those
Pretty much.
Punknews.org.
bands.
Yeah. They were Orgcore
Yep.
kids because of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Orcore. Yep. That's
Oh
the so I
yeah.
got into that. I thought when I was like 19 and I first found the genre, and I guess I'm a little bit younger than like the main demographic of that genre, I thought it was like orgycore. I was like, 'cause I like
Sick.
misread it, you
You're
know
like,
what I
what
mean?
is
And I
this?
was like,
Just people
I
swinging to
guess,
fucking hot water
yeah.
music.
I was like, I guess that's what I'm into. Like
I think they
I just
also they
like,
We
called it
don't know what's played at
festcore.
orgies, so
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't know
I
what's playing
guess
orgies.
Iron Sheik was a sex thing after all.
Yeah.
You
Right. Yeah. I just thought they liked
Yeah.
wrestling. I don't know. Um, Nah,
Yeah.
that was my choice too. I always was an Ordcore kid. I even grew up to have like the regrettable Alkaline Trio tattoos. I drink the Paps. Like
You
it all
did.
blends in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wow.
It all
Beautiful.
makes sense. Yeah. But in addition to that as your musical influence, I mean, a lot of your upbringing as well, Hanny. I know I was reading the bio for you guys on your website, and your background influences a lot of the music, right? The songwriting, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I've actually like what's really cool is now entering a new stage, conversation for another time, but entering a new stage where I'm starting to find more active like inspiration from my surroundings, like my direct
Mm-hmm.
surroundings. Like I've been really jazzed about a song I just wrote that I kind of wrote from Kyle's perspective, and like just kind of like
Interesting.
writing more
Sick.
about the guys and their lives. But um totally, like, I grew up in an immigrant household,
Mm-hmm.
Joey did as well, and so we kind of
Nice.
like,
Huh?
anytime I kinda had a weird thing, like, "Oh, my mom said this thing, and I don't know how to feel about," or my dad, I could, like, talk to Kyle and Joey about it, and so, like,
Yeah.
some of the music kinda came from, or this old white dude said this thing about and he doesn't realize that I'm actually this identity that he's making fun of or whatever.
Where'd your
So,
where are your
like
parents from?
So my parents are Lebanese. They're from
Wow.
Lebanon.
My grandpa was
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Lebanon. Yeah, he moved over to
What?
Canada when he was a little kid. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
it.
There's
quarter
always
Lebanese. It's like it's the
wow.
only like like ethnic identity anyone in my family like acknowledges. Like I don't know what my dad and them are. I don't know, but like my grandpa was Lebanese. Like they made sure to let you know. Like pretty,
Totally.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
proud
yeah.
people. Yeah. So yeah, that's like kind of my story is just like wanting to be I was like uh really on the academic track, right? And then I
Mhm.
like the whole time just wanted to be in band, like wanted to play
Yeah.
music and was like tucked away in this like South Jersey suburb, not exposed to anything. And then I finally went to a VFW show when I was like
Sick.
15 and it
There you go.
just blew my mind.
Who
I was
played
like,
on the
you can do
show?
this, yeah. I was like, you could do this here? Like this can
Yeah.
happen,
Who was booked on the show?
oh, oh, the band that I used to follow in high school was this band called Hold Your Own. They were a post-hardcore band,
Beautiful.
and I always talk about they never like went super huge or anything, but when you're in high school, like
Yeah.
that band is your life. Like that band was like my life.
Sick.
um, so that got me into that got me into that scene. But I
Mhm.
was always like into pop punk and post-hardcore and a bunch of other stuff. But that stuff felt the most like okay, this is really cool live. I wanna
Yeah.
see this live, you know?
And it
Yeah.
felt attainable too. Like
It
you're in a
felt
room where it's like, oh, these seem like guys like they're maybe a few years older than me, but like they're just regular guys. They go into the same high school
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's not like
that's
a big old
exactly it.
arena. You could
Yeah,
do the
there's
same
not a
thing. Yeah.
barricade between you. It's not,
Yeah.
No,
yeah, you're
yeah.
not looking at
I
Gerard
can
walking away.
afford the ticket without telling
Yeah,
my parents about the show.
It's
yeah,
getting
You know what
harder
I
to do
mean?
these days.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How much are the VFW shows now for this? I mean, the kids can round up $20 now.
20,
Bet your
30.
allowance
It
inflation's gone up. Amanda, did you give your
it's
kids
still on
allowance?
average.
I wish I did.
I was gonna say, like, is that
I
like
should.
I don't
I'm a
know.
millennial mom, so I feel like I should, but I don't.
I don't know. I feel like they shake us down anyway. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. But, it beats $1,000 tickets or whatever,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do have a question. So
Sure.
you said like the name Latchkey is based off your experiences, and you guys are what, in your late 20s? Is that correct, most of you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mid to late.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say
So
mid.
like
I say mid.
mid. Okay. So when I was thinking of a lot, like I feel like I was one of the few like last Latchkey kids as an
Right? Is that a
85 kid.
thing?
Like,
Yeah.
because
Is
my
that a thing
parents,
still?
like, we came home. My parents weren't home, and after school, and we went out and did a lot of things around our neighborhood we probably should have done as young kids. I'm surprised I'm alive. There's a lot of like construction sites I played on, and so were you guys like? Did you experience that as children, like that freedom? Like your parents were like, like we don't care. Go do whatever you want. Because I don't let my kids do that now, which is ironic.
Right?
I think it's healthy to do that.
Yeah,
Right? I don't
Yeah.
know why
yeah.
they don't do it anymore. I don't know why.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we were
I lived off a good road where I could like walk home from the bus stop, but it was like probably half a mile to my house, but it was all the same road.
yep.
And if you want to see something funny, I haven't seen this in probably 15 years, but this was my original latchkey. It was an old Beatles
Oh my
keychain.
gosh, look at
Sick.
that.
I'm at
That's awesome.
my dad's house right now. I didn't realize he still had it, but it's so funny I just saw
Oh,
that. But
that's
this
sick.
was my original latchkey key kid chain
Beautiful.
thing. Yeah, but either way, but yeah,
Damn.
my parents didn't get home
Not
till like
you're
7 o'clock.
no stolen valor here. Like
No. Right.
shit. Like yeah. No
Yeah.
no, we
fucking.
all I think we all were, right? Were you as well, Joey?
Yeah, I mean, so my dad was a single parent, so
Oh,
if I wasn't he used to install carpet. If I wasn't going to work with him, I was
yeah.
definitely just like out and about
Crazy.
with my friends.
Yeah.
I had a house key, but we had a garage, so
I was more of a garage code kind of kid, but I guess in the same sentiment, like
Garage code kid.
Yeah.
I would consider myself a latchkey kid. Yeah.
When we moved in with my stepdad, he was kind of rich. He had one of the doors with the buttons on it real early. So like I was a button kid,
I
I
never
guess.
had that.
Different thing, yeah.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
the-
But like latchkey kid adjacent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
I
we go.
think
That still works. Yeah.
yeah, well,
Why-
I think the sentiment is like you learn how to grow up quick,
You
and
do.
I
Yeah.
think we all definitely did in our
Yeah.
own ways, you know.
Speaking of Kyle, as the youngest member of the band, it seems to be a common thing with drummers.
It
Yeah.
does.
Do you feel like, as someone whose name is not spelled the traditional Kyle way, like you are exempt from the Kyle stereotypes and prejudice against maybe some other Kyles that have given you a bad name? Maybe
There are bits of
you mentioned your
Kyles.
dad's in the carpet business. I don't know if any of you are in the drywall restoration business, but like,
Yeah.
like yeah. How do you feel about these as a Kyle adjacent, basically?
Well, I did vape. I did not drive a Subi, which was part of the Kyle
What a relief.
stereotype. I did drive a GTI, which was kind of adjacent to the
Sick.
young not frat kid but frat kid style thing
Sick,
going
yeah.
on.
Gummy ripping the stick, yep.
Yeah, and I do work on cars, so I have all of the
Oh,
things that
gosh.
Kyle's do, but I'm the shy guy in the
Shy. Okay, there we go.
Beautiful.
yeah. But
And
this-
you drink Red Bull and not Monster.
Okay, yeah, I was
I
just
drink
saying.
Okay,
Red
that's
Bull.
good. Yeah.
No, yeah, the
Yeah.
wall behind that is in good shape. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, no,
Assuming.
everything. There's no holes in the wall. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful
You're like,
tapestry back
it's my
there.
dad's house. He'd kill me.
Yeah, I was the punk kid. He's the hippie kid. So
Yeah, I was like, that
when
is
I'm
a
when
very
I'm
nice
here,
guy.
it's very
Sick.
his whole house is like all hippied out and like
Wow.
it's so funny. So my house is very like I live with my girlfriend and my two roommates who are all 80s and it's very like indie, like I don't know, it's very like
Well-
lots of wood and like old antique things, and then when I come here it's like
Ah.
all tapestries and like he goes to festivals and collects things and it's
Oh, I
very
love
different
that.
vibe. But
Sick.
yeah, no holes in the drywall though, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
for a
Beautiful.
fact. Yeah. Not be good.
That's beautiful.
Awesome.
What about the Kyle Pulley, your producer for the new album? Is he a stereotypical Kyle? Because he spells his
Yeah.
name like the no.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he trouble?
Is he trouble?
No, not in that way. Not in that way.
No, but he is. He definitely has some. He's very much a handyman, though. I don't know
Is
if
he?
that's the Kyle.
I don't know. I
Is
don't
that
know.
a Kyle
Yeah.
thing? I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah.
That's a manly thing that I just don't have that trait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I've
pulls
been to his
those
house.
things
I
out.
get it.
Yeah.
He'll be like, he'll literally like, as I did some work at Headroom, just like building random things that like a cup holder out of like an old 2x4 or whatever. But like, he'll like go into a studio session, work all day, and then be like, I need to like fix this wall really quickly. Like he's very witty with like all of that manly things. The whatever the like the around the house fixer up, which I actually have learned a lot from him on that side, which is kind of
Like,
funny.
yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice when your producer can come in, like not just as a producer, but also as like a fourth member of the band and/or father
Yeah.
figure, adjacent, kind of guy. Like, let me,
Yeah,
makes you
yeah.
hold the
Know how to
flashlight.
woodwork? Yeah.
Yeah, he does have we built
exactly
we have
what
a
it is.
studio. We have a studio, and I built these like just big foam panels out of like old
Oh,
pieces
yeah.
of wood they had in the studio, and it was like Kyle was like, I have a table saw and I have screws and nails. Like he had all the shit that we needed to like build these like
Sick.
DIY like foam panels. It was like perfect.
How useful.
Like literally, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Yeah. That's a good segue though to. Oh, go ahead, Rob. You
Oh, I
want
know
to
what you're
say?
gonna say.
I was saying it's a good segue. I wanted to talk about the album
Oh
Years of Summer
yeah.
because it just dropped, and it's been 3 years since your last. Has it been 4 years? 4 years. Let me do my math.
Oh,
quick
3.5
here.
or so. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, 3.5.
Long enough.
So going into this record, talk about your mindset. Talk about what you were trying to achieve with this versus your first LP.
Yeah. I feel like this album we were trying to. It was a big experiment for us in for one, it's our first like official studio record. Like the first album Kyle and I were very Kyle with a C, that is. When we started the band, we were very much inspired by like the self-recording revolution, and we admired like a lot of indie bands, kind of like Field Medic and Pine Grove, which like they record everything themselves. The problem is they like are good at it. They, like,
Practice makes
so,
perfect. I mean, it will happen.
yeah. They like studied
SoundCloud
it,
rapper,
like
yeah. Shit,
yeah, like
basically.
those
Yep.
guys really studied it. Whereas like Kyle and I like dabble in audio engineering. And Joey, I would say, is actually the best like audio engineer out of the three of us. And we're getting better. It's just like we wanted to really just capture what we sounded like as a live band. So I feel like this album really sounds like that. I think like we're like a loud, big band, and I'm proud of that and excited about that. And I think that like this album was about making sure we could like capture that sound. Yeah.
Before we started recording this, right before you guys got here, we were just talking, like both of us were like, "Fuck, this record's great!" Like, we're both like, "This is sick." Like, we're like, "This is sick." Like, sometimes I'm like, I don't know what we're getting into here. Like, and I was like, "Oh no, the Latchkey Kids record is fucking tight." I'm like, I was like, it sounds like, dare I say, sounds more emo than 90% of the bands we have on here.
Yeah, it sounds so very like we were talking about, like very
Yeah.
Jimmy Eat World, second, third wave
Yeah.
got but like
Oh, totally.
the earnesty and it just and so does the vocals, like everything about it. I just got that vibe and it made me feel like I was at home. Like it just was
Right? Yeah.
I'm so stoked that you guys like caught on to that because so I guess a cool little detail, and I'll let Joey and Kyle, like if you guys want to share more about that, because my memory might not be serving me well, but Kyle's like a little bit older than us, so his like waves of emo were the second and third wave. So and the cool thing is that like my all-time favorite bands that maybe I don't wear on my sleeve as much these days are second and third wave emo bands. So like Fall Out Boy is my all-time favorite band, which is why like I see you guys on your podcast always talking about them, and I think that's I was just like waiting because I'm more the like emo head, I think, out of me, Kyle and Joey. So it's cool. They used to clown me for my Fall Out Boy love, but like
not here, man, not here. When we're done talking about this, we will talk about talk about Patrick Stump.
I would love to. We could. I absolutely would love to. But Kyle, we spent some time like doing synths and with like adding a little. There's like hidden synths and like half of the song, and a lot of the reference was like, let's make it like Motion City soundtrack.
Yes, very much so.
So there's totally a lot of like trying to pull from that, a little bit of power pop, a little bit of like indie pop from the early 2000s too, like Belle and Sebastian, and who else was like a big, the two sisters. Oh my gosh, why am I? Tegan and Sarah.
Yeah.
Kyle put us on to that. Like I had no idea what Tegan and Sarah were. I knew that
Sarah was the shit. Yeah, they all.
Yeah.
Yes, very.
So I was getting like, Weaker Than's a different Canadian band too.
Oh, don't talk to me up.
Yeah, another.
Yeah. We're big fans. We are actually going to be. I don't know if I'm putting the guys on the spot here, but we're hopefully going to be doing a Weaker Than's cover on our tour with Thoughts on Bowling and Adjust the Sails.
Oh,
so
nice.
We're gonna try to show all the young emo kids, that side.
A little fucked up. You guys aren't playing out here next week.
I know, dude. I know.
I have Shane's van window. I have his replacement window here in my apartment right now. If you guys want to undercut him and buy it off him and maybe, you never know, open market here, Shane.
Fuck yeah.
No, we're not trying to stir the pot yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
But yeah, no, totally.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so Motion City was like a big thing that we would talk about. Me and Kyle. Saves the Day as like a New Jersey band.
Yeah.
Was like another big reference point for the drums. Is that right, Kyle? We like talked about that one record. Geez, I'm trying to remember which one.
Which one?
Is it Through with Being Cool?
After actually.
After that one. Okay, after that one.
Yeah. Geez, they have that one record that like is
Oh.
In
actually
Reverie.
In
The weird,
Reverie.
yeah, the
Reverie,
weird
in
indie
Reverie.
record. Oh, that's my.
Oh my!
I got
Yeah.
that CD. I went to this there was like a radio station pop up little thing going on, and you did like a little giveaway thing, and I got a Rancid
No way.
CD, but I already had it, and someone else had the Saves the Day one, and I swapped, and I didn't know Saves the Day was like this like pop punk emo. I didn't know anything. I thought, and because of that record, I thought they were like the Strokes or
An
some
indie
shit,
band.
like indie
Right.
rock,
Yeah.
and it was like years later I realized like, oh, they have other records and they're cool. Like, I
Yeah.
just like the fucking Driving in
Oh.
the Dark one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think in
that
Reverie.
record, like
Yeah.
oh, no, I was gonna say,
No,
it's
I
just
was just
that
saying. I
record
think it
was just
aged very. I think it aged very well. That
Yeah.
in
Oh,
Reverie
yeah.
record. Yeah.
yeah, and I think I was listening to that record on, like, repeat for weeks before we went on the studio, so that kinda just, like that fullness, but just the drums were just they drove the album, and,
Yeah.
like, it was just a very,
Sick.
like just these, like, dark, like, undertones that just like, the bass, everything was just it was just, like, this weird transition. Because I feel like we also, as a group, will listen to, like, we were in a Pine Grove phase, and so before The Week You Ran Away, our last record, so there's more of these, like, happy elements or more, like,
Yeah.
folky elements to it, and then we kinda got into just a toured a lot, got burnt out, got into a little bit of a darker state, found love between the 3 of us more in that darker state, but there was more, like, heavier records or more, like,
Yeah.
full of sounding, wall of sound, kinda just like, I don't know, like, not anger, but just like I don't know,
Catharsis.
releasement, I guess, like,
Yeah.
and that record to me was the perfect, like, okay, I can still release in this, like, wanting to mosh and, like, fucking punch a fucking hole in the drywall, but also
You got
have
it in
that,
ya.
like there you go, but also have that, like, beauty to it that I really liked about that record, and that's kinda what drove me to, like, making also having the drums sound like that record because there was so much, like I don't know, like, Hanny and I were talking about this the other day, and we were like, when I play, I'm very, like, emotional with my drumming, like, it's not really just me playing drums, but it's, like, trying to, like, bring elements of what the vocals are saying or doing at the same time,
Mhm.
but translating it to a different language of just hitting things, you know? So that
Yeah.
record to me was really cool because the drums are, like, telling a story as long
Yeah.
alongside the vocals and the guitar riffs and all that shit, so that was my favorite record at that time, like 2 years ago or whenever we
Yeah.
recorded, so I don't know if you could see that
Explains a
in
lot.
our
Yeah.
record now, but
Yeah.
Explains.
yeah.
Yeah, it adds up.
It
Speaking of
does.
vocals and the like, you guys have a feature, which is sick. I like when bands do features,
Yeah.
reminiscent of rappers and pop stars. I think more bands should do it, but
Yeah.
you guys
They should.
pulled a heater there, Tom May, on the
Yeah.
fucking opener.
Yeah.
How did that come to be?
Blew my mind. Yeah. I think
Flowers and
the powers that be. It was a really crazy time. Honestly, I love this story because it was like just like reaffirmed my belief in some universal thing that like ties us all together. Because Tom is like one of my heroes for sure.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that like Kyle, by nature being in Philly like 10, 15 years before us and being in cool bands, he knew Tom.
Oh,
And
okay.
what's cool is that Kyle's a great, unbelievable producer, and Tom's in an unbelievable band. And sometimes, like both of those personalities, like obviously cross paths and do collaborations and stuff. Tom is trying to get into production, and so Tom went over to Kyle's one day and was like, "Hey, man, show me stuff you're working on. Like, I'd love to,
Sick.
just I'm trying to get more into production." And so the story goes, we weren't there. Kyle kind of told us. The story goes that Kyle was like, "Oh, there's this like little band that I'm working on their record. Here's like some of the demos. I'm like kind of stuck on a couple like arrangement ideas. I want to pitch them. What whatever. Like check it out."
Yeah.
And without even telling him, Tom apparently whipped out a notebook and was like taking notes. And it kind of became oh, I think they should do this, or oh, this could be cool if they did that. And then so Kyle just was like, "Do you want to co-produce some of these songs?" And Tom was like, "Hell yeah, I'd love to." And so Kyle called us and like asked our permission. He was like, "Is it okay?"
It'd be
And
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What if
My
you
friend
guys?
Tom, no big deal.
Yeah. What if we gave my friend Tom co-produce some of these songs, and we were like, I had to mute the phone call because I just like screamed at full volume. I was like, would it be okay? Yeah, it would be more than okay. I was so excited. So, and yeah, and I told Tom like after getting to meet him and stuff like how much his work meant to me, and it's cool. You just like you kind of you unveil the thing, and you're like, oh, like the same things that motivate me motivate this person, and so
Yeah.
that's why I'm into their music, because the person behind it has like a good soul and has a certain intentionality that they're bringing into the world, and like you can feel that in the work. So it's
Much
cool.
like
Yeah.
the band you saw at the VFW halls, it's like
Yep.
the only difference between them and is like a lot of hard work and like a little luck kind of thing, like
Yeah.
very
Mhm.
similar, all cut from the same cloth to a degree.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Tom is so like I have to say just so giving. Like anytime we've seen him or we've hung out with him, like he's always just imparting something. Like, oh, this is a hack for you to figure for this part of your business, or this is a hack, just really firing on all cylinders when it comes to being in a band. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool.
What are some of those hacks? I mean, if you can share, I'm
Yeah.
curious, like what his like little
Are
tips
they
are.
are they behind the Patreon
Yeah.
wall, or do we gotta sign up for
Oh
the
yeah, that's true.
masterclass?
Yes, I also have a question
Yeah.
about the Patreon later.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, we're stoked about that too. No, the thing that we talked about last was just like when to incorporate, like not fun stuff, just like boring stuff.
No,
Dude,
that's
like
still
when do you
yeah,
Oh,
it's still
okay, that's
useful.
important
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
yeah, like when do you incorporate your band, and what that can mean and how that can help. And so he was just giving tips on
I like
like
that.
if we hopefully get to that point, like what that actually looks like, and explaining like like you can get like different financial advantages by being an LLC
Yeah.
versus not.
Sure
Boring stuff,
can.
but he like was just giving me ideas. So it was cool.
Yeah. Rob and I
Yeah.
talk about this a lot. We get it. We
You
understand.
and Dave Ramsey, yeah. We're gonna
LLC.
LLC you in court if you're printing off that fake Emo Kids Anonymous merch on Cafe Press. I see you. Nobody's doing that, but if I start the rumor, maybe someone will. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or on Etsy. Yeah, Kyle's gonna do it. He's like, I
Yeah, we
volunteer
Tired
as
of
tribute.
working, dude.
Right? Yeah. It's
That
like,
was-
this motherfucker's hustling.
That was a cool sign. Somebody did send us a link. Somebody was selling our shirt on Etsy once for like way more than we sell it. And we were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Y'all
and we
got
were like-
Poshmarked?
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. And my mom was like pissed. I was like, Mom, this is a cool thing. This is
Yeah,
a bad
yeah.
thing. It's a cool thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you guys should make money. I'm like, no, it doesn't matter. It's like one shirt.
It's just one
Yeah,
shirt,
yeah.
Mom.
Well, it was one of those like one of our early designs, and it was really funny to see like vintage Latchkey Kids shirt was like the title on it.
That is so
2
wild.
years
That's
ago.
dope.
Yeah.
Is that what terms vintage now? If it's older than 2 years? That's so
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
it was probably what, like 2019, 2020 we had those designs.
That's vintage.
Oh, you could call it
Something like that.
like pre-COVID shirt. you know?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
the
the
Yeah.
COVID, yeah. Could have had,
Yeah.
could have had like a little bit
Someone
of germ
just
on it.
sneezed all their germs over and it was okay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Oh
cool.
my gosh, gotta love that. So talking about the sound, I know Kyle, you're talking about like the darker sounds and stuff. With the songwriting, so Hanny, you have a lot of Greek mythology references in the music, and like Orpheus, if for those who are listening is not familiar with that mythology, um, he had a wife, Eurydice, and she died from a snake bite. He goes to Hades. He goes to Hades and asks to bring her back. And he's like, on one condition, you can take her back, but you can't look back at her. If you do, she'll be like sent to hell for good. And he walks her up, and then he doubts at the last minute and looks back, and then she's gone. Like, so I'm curious what inspired using like Orpheus and all these different mythologies in your songwriting.
Yeah, I appreciate that question. That's I was really excited about that part of if there is like a conceptual or thematic
tie-in for the whole album. It definitely is. It definitely is the Greek mythological like bend to it. I like to imagine that like if there are two sort of characters, they're like an alternate version of Orpheus and then a character named Athena. Just
Yeah.
like I kind of slanted Greek mythology with just like New Jersey people. So it's like this weird
Beautiful.
mixture of these two things. And truth is like I kind of landed on Orpheus. It truly felt like a gift. Because I was holding on to a lot of these songs. Like the weird thing about this record is that it actually the writing of a lot of the songs coincided with the writing of our first record.
Oh,
And
okay.
I would kind of like, I was really trying hard to write our first record. It was a little bit more like proactive. I was like, I had a concept, I had these characters, and that was like its own thing. But then
Yeah, we
whenever
need to talk
something
about that
kind of
concept after this too. That's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
we're
whole
curious.
I was gonna
that
say
was a
that's
whole other
fascinating
thing.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, whole other is like a concept record, and that me and the guys were like really digging in on. But then I would like write these songs where I was kind of in a way that were more autobiographical, that were more honest to like what I was
Mhm.
experiencing at the time. And for some reason, all the really like cathartic ones where I was just like laying it out there, I ended up just like by word association, by a culmination of different factors, drawing onto Greek mythological like beings.
Yeah.
And it happened over the course of like many years. So then by the time we went to like put the record together, I was like, I have
Yeah.
a song named Saturn randomly. I have a
Yeah.
song named Venus randomly. I have a
Mhm.
song, you know, the last piece of that puzzle in terms of like uh, coming up with another Greek character was Orpheus, and it was
Yeah.
because my ex at the time had just moved to the city, and she had just watched Hades Town, and she
Oh,
was
such a good
like,
musical. Yeah.
amazing, and
Yeah.
she like part of our it was great relationship. It was actually a very like healthy breakup, and kind of while kicking me out the door, she was kind of like, you should listen to Hades Town. And
Sick.
By the way, bye.
yeah. She's like, "You should listen to Hades Town. It'll explain everything." And I
You're
was
like,
like, "What?"
this is really good.
Yeah. And so I listened to Hades Town, I cried my eyes out, and I wrote Orpheus like that night.
So, is
Yeah.
she saying you're Orpheus and she's Eurydice, or are you Hades and she's Persephone? Which one is which?
I
You don't know? Okay.
yeah, I mean, I think it was the Orpheus Eurydice thing. So there was a little bit of
Okay.
me like pining still and, and
Ah,
kind
gotcha.
of being
Okay.
like, what, like,
Yeah.
New York City is like Hades to me, Hades Town to me, you know
It
what I mean?
is. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
You
My
know?
sister lives there. It's yeah. Ugh. I
Yeah,
would take Philly over New York every day of the week.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and she's and to some extent, the sort of tragedy of that is, like, kind of the tragedy of my relationship, which is
That's
that I was
beautiful.
consumed by, the work that I was trying to do, which is, like,
Yeah.
songwriting and being in a
Mhm.
band and stuff, you know? So, yeah, it's a little too real.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. But I know Rob probably wants to talk about the other album too. I know he is
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
intrigued by that
Yeah.
concept.
Explain the concept of the first album because that is very ambitious.
Yeah, yeah, totally. The first album, what's cool about that is that each like background vocal, it's a little hard to distinguish because we recorded it ourselves, like I said. Each background vocal plays a character. And the
Oh.
the cast, so to speak, like the sort of cast of characters is a small family. And so it's really based around these two. We kind of invented this family based off of like a mixture of my own and one of my childhood best friends, his family. And they like I created these sort of composite characters of these two brothers, like a younger brother and an older brother. Um,
Mhm.
and honestly, Rob, what I think is kind of funny and cool about it is like I had this lens for a while because I was like the young guy in the pop punk post-hardcore scene where I kind of had like little brother syndrome.
Mhm.
And so I kind of wrote from that perspective a little bit. So like the the two brother characters, like I ping pong between like both of their perspectives, but like it kind of came from me yearning for like a pop punk brother or something, you know?
Sick.
Yeah. So
That's
so the
awesome.
characters in the album, like the older brother is like, you know, and we have this like complimentary zine that we made and we would sell on the road.
Oh hell
Oh,
And
yeah.
like would go
wow.
hand in hand with the album. I could totally send you guys a PDF. It's like
Fuck
Oh, I
part of
would
yeah.
the
like to see
part of the
I would like to
experience.
see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
There's
yeah, it's
Lin-Manuel Mirandemo vibes here kind of thing. I was like, damn.
it's baked
No,
into it.
100%.
The like musical theater is baked into it. I'm trying to like take in other things, but it's really hard to avoid the, you know, the birthright that is musical theater, high school
Are you
musical theater, you know.
are you all musical theater like fans or nah?
No, I was very
Hanny and I
Either
met
like
in
you.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, Kyle's like, no.
yeah. Oh, no.
What about
Sorry.
you,
Go
Joey?
ahead, Joey.
Hanny and I actually met. Oh yeah, Hanny and I met through student theater at Rutgers. We both played in the pit for Godspell. We're both playing guitar.
God, I love Godspell. What a
Uh,
great.
Shout out
yeah, it was
Rutgers.
awesome
Yeah.
show.
Yes.
So I only really got into musical theater because I was doing a lot of like pit gigs.
Yeah.
You know, as I was like going through high school and like into
What do you
college.
mean pit gig? Like you're playing in the band during the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I would play guitar for theater shows.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
And yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of that influences in our music, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to deny. That's me and Joey's relationship. Funny enough that like that's how we met. Our relationship in the band kind of is like the way that like like a lyricist and a composer work together a
Mhm.
little bit. Like that's the element that we bring to the band. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's funny, like our writing relationship, we write the three of us in a room, but sometimes it's like me and Kyle have our thing, and then me and Joey
Yeah.
have our thing, and those things all kind of come together. Um,
Mhm.
Call this a
and
polycule.
yeah, yeah, a little bit like our own little
Yeah.
polycule that
Yeah.
and there's no drama. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of like the perfect polycule.
We all lived in West Philly at one point, so
Yeah,
Hey.
totally natural.
You guys and Will Smith, all of y'all together.
yeah, that's sick.
Sick.
Yeah.
Can we talk about him still? I don't know. I think
I
he's,
don't,
I
yeah,
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
just think he's
I
not
don't even.
relevant. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just not
Yeah.
relevant.
Yeah.
It's-
I feel,
Yeah.
feel bad for him. I don't know. Am I allowed
Yeah.
to
No,
feel
me
bad?
too.
I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, he may have slapped someone, but I mean,
Oh yeah,
his
that's
home his home life was
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
shambles. So I,
That's a
kind of
tough
give him a
deal.
pass.
It's-
He did
Yeah.
apologize.
I
He-
do want to start the Fresh Prince though. I do. Am I allowed to? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. People. Yeah. Yeah. Oh
People
yeah.
still watch it.
Carlton
Yeah.
didn't get fucking canceled or anything. Yeah.
No,
He's
he's
good.
still doing that dance.
Yeah, Will
on
just-
Dance with the Stars. Like, who knows where he's
Yeah.
showing up
Yeah,
Yeah, I
everywhere.
didn't realize he
He's
was
still
the
out and
Dance with the
about.
Stars guy, by the
Yeah.
way. That was hilarious.
Oh, you did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
I
it
didn't either.
crazy?
But there's like 35 seasons of Dancing with the Stars, I think. So
There
they've
is,
gotten
yeah.
they've gotten most everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They haven't gotten us.
Yeah.
Well, that's the next season.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're gonna scrape the bottom of the barrel. They'll season 80,
Are we
82,
are we
83?
C-list stars enough?
No,
that-
we're like X or Y, but if we get up to the D's, like maybe, yeah, that's the new goal right here.
I'm
Whoever makes that,
manifesting it.
was that ABC, NBC? I don't fucking know. I've never seen that shit.
ABC, I think is.
I'm just
is-
kidding. I
is-
watch that
is-
program all the time. Please have us on. Anyways, you mentioned touring as well. You guys are going on a run here with some of our dear friends, the Bowling Boys,
Yep.
who sent Amanda
love
the
them.
coolest Fallout Boy.
It was such a good show.
Like-
Yeah, it was a good show.
I saw that.
You
That was
saw
sick.
it?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
good, right? Yeah. Clever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The sales adjusters, Shane, and
Yes.
Moose Creek Park and
Yeah.
halftime show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you on?
Oh
well,
my
you're on
God.
part of the run.
We are. We are on the part with. I think that there should be one show that I believe that is crossing over with Miss Creek Park. But
We're on
yeah,
the
we
Tiny
are on like the
Voices.
East Coast / a
Yeah.
little bit of. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tiny Voices.
Oh hell yeah.
We're on like a strip
Yeah.
of it, but a mighty strip indeed. And I'm
Yeah.
so excited. Like a lot of cities that we love, that we've kind of toured in like a DIY sense, and I think like going on tour with these guys is just going to be so freaking cool. Like Boston
Yeah.
has such an awesome
Oh, that's cool.
scene. DC, we love DC. Like DC's awesome.
Yeah.
So those towns, sort of like East Coast, and then I think a
All that, yeah.
couple Midwest, kind of. Is
Like
Kentucky you
Ohio.
consider? Ohio, yeah, we're gonna play Cleveland.
People say Kentucky's the South,
Yeah.
but like I do, as someone who lives in Kentucky, I don't think so. We're too close to Ohio and Indiana to be considered the South. We're not Georgia, you know. Like
If it Midwest emos, it's the Midwest.
yeah, and we have quite a few folks. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
You guys are
a
also
lot
playing
of
with equipment in leisure hours soon too. I see.
yes,
Oh, that's
we
cool.
just announced those shows.
I
which I'm
saw.
so
Yeah,
stoked
pretty difficult for you
Yeah.
guys to get to that area.
Kinda. I feel like that's I kind of have just resolved to where I get in a van and we go. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
but then again, that's because Kyle is our unofficial tour manager. So he's sort of the one that's going, all right, how are we gonna make this happen?
So if people wanted to book you for a festival in that same area, they would go through Kyle.
They would go through I think you can always email us, but we have a booking agent who we love, who's a good friend of ours, Pat,
Oh,
who I
nice.
think you guys
Pat the motherfucking cat. Yeah, I know Pat.
Yeah.
Oh
We
yeah.
were here's how I like to describe it. Latchkey Kids
So
was the first kitten. We were Save the Kitten. We were the
Oh shit!
we
That's
were
what
the first
that's what I figured. I was like, what's the deal here? Like, y'all
Yep.
must know Pat, huh?
We know
Mhm.
Pat all the way back. Pat used to be a drummer in a really sick band in Philly called Whit Waltman, which is like I don't know if enough people know about this. Pat used to drum, and
Whit
really
Waltman,
cool
clever.
band. We used to play with them all the time, and Pat was like, I wanna get into booking. Can I book you guys? And we
Yeah.
were like, hell yeah. And so we were kind of the first Save the Cat guinea pigs. And we're back with the cat.
Oh, I love
Pat
that.
is
That's awesome.
Pat and us are scheming. We are
Oh, okay.
scheming. We are
Ooh.
scheming.
This will
and
make it
dreaming.
easier. Yeah.
Pat, shoot me a text. Let's chit chat. But anyways, moving on. Amanda, Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy. Oh yeah.
Fall Out Boy.
What? Yes, let's talk about Fall Out Boy.
Let's talk about Fall Out Boy.
Well, Hanny, what was your first exposure to Fall Out Boy? What was the album? What was
yeah,
the
because you're like
song?
you're like 10 years younger
Because
than
you're
us.
like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
2005 for me, so it was like
Yeah.
I like
Okay, the earliest Fall Out Boy song I think I can remember was I mean outside of Sugar, I guess, but America's Sweethearts, which
Okay.
was
That's
what
the
Foley?
fucking worst song to hear
with
for the
the
first
weirdest
know.
music video.
But
time.
the
Were they in the
music video.
balloons and shit?
Yeah.
It's like yeah.
That's my
they're in
least
the-
favorite
But
Fall Out Boy song
Hollywood.
for some reason.
Yeah.
But when I think I was 10 when it came out. So
My
at that
God.
time when I was
I'm
10,
like,
I
oh,
was
fuck.
trying to play. Yeah, I was just trying to play electric guitar, and my dad showed me like Kiss and stuff,
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
like glam rock, right? So when I saw the music video for America's Sweethearts, I was like, I get this. This
Yeah.
makes sense to me. This feels like glam rock, but I like the music more. It
You're
feels
like, this is kind of like Kiss,
They don't-
except they're not. You're like
They don't
surprisingly.
always dress, but like they don't always dress like that. But I
Yeah.
can see.
yeah, right. And so then that kind of brought me to my best friend's like older brother, who's like the pop punk big brother, who I kind of was like
Yeah.
inspired by. He showed us first record.
Yep.
Take this to your grave.
Great.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
That record I chewed up like
Oh, I bet.
it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like forward, backwards. That freaking record is so good. Chicago So 2 years ago, obviously Grand Theft Auto. Like,
Yeah.
that record to me feels like if you put youth inside of a little like soda bottle, and you know, and you carried it around with you like everywhere.
Yeah.
Like and when I longboard and or whatever, when
Oh,
I go out and skate or longboard or whatever, I listen to that record. If it's been a minute, but whenever I need to reconnect with
yeah, that's a good one to hear
myself,
too. Yeah.
it's that freaking record. That album is unbelievable,
Oh yeah,
and
what they did with that is insane.
I don't
yeah,
As
think
their
I
first
listened to
go
Take
off
This
too.
enough. You're right. No, I had last week I heard Cork Tree and I was just like, fuck.
yeah,
We talk so much Fall Out Boy too. It's one of those things where Fall Out
Mhm.
Boy comes up so much that it's I don't go out of my way to listen to Fall Out Boy because inevitably
I
at some
do.
point we're talk Fall Out Boy multiple times. And
Yes.
we'll have episodes about Fall Out Boy something. So it's Fall Out Boy is a work thing now, but I was I heard it and I was like, fuck. I was like, this
yeah,
is
yeah.
the best record.
Well, there's a
it's so
lot
good.
going on there, and what I used to
Yes.
do is try to convince my real punk friends that Fall Out Boy was punk, and what I used to do is go to Take This to Your Grave and grab Reinventing the Wheel, and I'd be like,
Yep, it's a good song.
listen to this song, isn't this a punk song? And they'd be
Yeah.
like, well, the beat is punk, all right, and we'll give you
Yeah.
that.
He's
the
chugging.
rhythm
He's
is,
just they're just not in drop
yeah,
C necessarily. They're just the
Yeah.
yeah,
chugs
right,
aren't quite as deep.
right, or
Yeah.
his voice is just too good.
Yeah, that was
Well,
the
I
issue.
can't help
Really.
that.
Yeah.
The boy can't help that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Patrick kind
yeah.
of fucked it up that for everyone because it's after that it was oh shit, you gotta be able to sing to be
Oh,
in
you
a
have to
band.
sing
You didn't
good.
really have to be
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
sing good before that.
Yeah, right. You
You
can
did
get away
not.
with it. Yep.
Yeah. So what's your favorite album of theirs? Or do you have a
Yeah,
favorite
no,
album or does
that
it
is really
change?
good. That is a really good question. I mean, I think it's tough because I spent a lot of time with Infinity at some point,
Same.
and so I think Infinity has a lot of real, really just complex. There's I don't.
Yeah.
It's not mathy per se, but just
Mm-mm.
really beautiful.
No,
Just
they became that's the album where they became
Yeah.
more than just a band in our world, the baby
They were.
face influence,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Yeah.
orchestral arrangements,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no,
Patrick
totally.
was, yeah, he was
yeah,
on
they were
Wasn't
something.
cooking.
Isn't it Jay-Z that's on the opening track or
Yeah,
something?
Thriller, yeah.
yeah.
But you
Oh
They
hear
were
my
on
God.
Island Def
rap.
Jam, yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
man, yeah.
That's why everyone
that,
did the diamonds at the concert. Everyone held the diamonds up.
Yeah, no,
Back
and
in the
that
day.
felt like
They
such a
don't, we
big
don't do it
deal
now,
too.
but back in the day, I
Yeah,
remember doing the
yeah.
diamond. Pete would do this, and I was like, "All right, Pete. Yep, we have a bunch of white
Yeah.
kids. Yep, we're over
The
here."
Jay-Z rub in the 2000s was about as good as you can get.
Yeah, it really
07 Jay-Z, dude
Yeah.
was what P
So-
Diddy was in 99.
So my real quick take is I think Take This to Your Grave is my favorite record, but
Okay.
my favorite song is I've Got a Dark Alley
Oh,
that-
from Under the Cork Tree.
from Under the Cork Tree. And I
Yeah.
would say that song, now Kyle and Joey they're not as into it. They might disagree, but if you listen to that song, that's the Latchkey Kids framework. It's the softest song on a Fall Out Boy record
Yeah.
is a
It is.
Latchkey Kids song. That's
Okay.
so that
had
is
to-
my
Actually, that makes sense. Yeah. That
Yep.
okay. I could see that
So
100.
if I
I'm
were to,
hearing it in my head right now.
if I were to sell Latchkey Kids to Fall Out Boy fans, I've Got a Dark Alley. That's the
All
one.
right, clip that, Rob.
No, that's the clip. I got you.
I'll put it on Fall Out Boy Twitter right now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got you. Don't worry. Wow.
Don't worry, we
Yep.
got you.
Mhm.
It's
That's it.
I can't unless there's 7 songs on Cork Tree that the names were too fucky. I can't remember which one is which kind of thing. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
I think I know which one that is. And then I went as
It's,
soon as I had to view the lyrics. I was like, oh yeah, no, okay, yeah, that's
Yep.
Latchkey Kids.
Yep. It's what is it called? Summer song? Summer song.
Yeah, summer song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Summer
Mhm.
song. Yeah. Summer
Yeah.
song is Year of Summers. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Summer.
got
It's
it.
right
Right?
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Look at that
Wow.
connection.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
your 10 months of summer and I raise you fucking years of it. How you gonna respond to that, Nish?
Yeah. Go
We'll hear
on,
from you in a
Nish.
few weeks. Yeah.
You could
There
tell
you
us
go.
how you're gonna raise that. That's amazing. Oh, that makes my
Yeah,
heart happy.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know who's secretly just or you can never tell.
You can't.
Yeah.
Some people are
no.
deep. Yeah.
No, they're my all. It's why I was really excited for this podcast. I had to come on and say they are technically they are my
Yeah.
even begrudgingly they are my favorite band. They are they were the first band where I was like, oh my god, like I'm possessed by this. I am
Sick.
Yep.
one with this, you know? Yeah.
They are a
So-
lot of people's begrudgingly favorite band. I get it. They made
Yeah.
Mania. People don't like it.
There's some cool
Whatever.
songs on there. What are you
I
gonna
liked
do?
a lot of the
Yeah.
songs on there. I get
Yeah.
it,
What are
but
you gonna do?
yeah,
Kyle
No,
and
I
Joey,
mean,
what's your Fallout Boy?
yeah.
What are your Fallout Boys?
Shit. Demi Lovato, baby.
Yeah,
No,
one
no.
call.
I was
I was like,
Shout out.
oh, that's it.
Skyscraper.
Hey, Skyscraper.
Cool for the
I
Shout out.
was
summer.
I was a big Soundgarden kid and Nirvana and Alice in Chains.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's why
Oh,
the
shit, that
very
makes
good.
sense. There we
Soundgarden.
go.
Woo.
the 2000s to me were like cheesy because I was listening to like cool rock dudes.
Yeah.
You know, like it was like
You're like, I'm cool with this,
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
literally.
Shit was
'Cause I
cheesy. Yeah.
it's just funny to think about too, because like I remember my ex-girlfriend from like freshman year of high school was showing me like the front bottoms. And it was the song, I think it's called Peach, like, you are my peach, you are my plum. And I was like, this is so lame. So I was like listening to
You're
like,
"Fuck, this shit sucks.
yeah, I was listening to like Chris Cornell be like, the
Oh my
angel in my
God.
shoulder kills me slowly, you know, like just some sad fucking shit. And
Yeah.
so when I met Hanny, I was like still kind
Oh,
of
praise
in
the
that,
Lord.
but I was diving into my pop energy. But listening to like Fall Out Boy and all those bands were like, yeah, I just didn't grow up listening to it. So my girlfriend did. So now I
I get
have
it.
that side, but I wasn't I was in the grunge era. That
But
was my
we meet on like the front bottoms and stuff now. I would say.
Oh
Like
yeah.
actually Kyle got me into the front bottoms, I would say.
Well, now I
Uh,
love them.
so
Yeah, I didn't when I
Yeah.
was a 14-year-old kid. I thought they were cheesy, but now I'm like, they're my life. So
Are
it's
they, they're in
like,
New Jersey
I
too,
would
aren't they?
expect that as a 14-year-old. I would expect that. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
They're
like,
also
"They're not
Jersey
tough
too.
enough."
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
gonna say they used to
Yeah.
have a merch company, or their friends had a merch company that I'd order from, because all the examples on the websites would be front bottoms, and I didn't know who the fuck they were.
That's
I
cool.
know, I was just like, I
That's
don't. And then
funny.
finally, finally it made its way to me clearly, but like, yeah, I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was like, that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
British talk for a pussy. Like, I don't think you should be putting that on shirts. You know, like that's not appropriate. That's not blouse appropriate.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Front bottoms, the British mannequin pussy. Is
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a hot
pretty much.
hot take.
There we go. Yeah.
Hot take.
That's a hot take. Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
besides these upcoming shows here, I guess we're gonna probably along through the summer, more touring as well. Like,
We're hoping the fall more so. I think the summer we're gonna take a little maybe break. Maybe too soon to say that we're writing, but we might be writing again. And just
Oh,
like
nice.
you put a record out, and we're excited to like tour it for a while, but we love to write. We love to make. So it's like we're probably just gonna keep pushing, keep doing it.
Amanda,
Beautiful.
ask them the questions to wrap this up, because we have stuff to discuss off air here. Because that just made me think of a second thing that we need to discuss, because
Okay.
like,
Yes.
I love this record, and let's cook. Like, I got a couple. I'm gonna fill you in on something once this is done, and hopefully the people
Okay.
watching right now, like, this is just like a mean, terrible fucking tease. I apologize for edging you, because you're not
I'm
gonna
so
find out about this
excited.
for months. But like, anyways,
Yeah.
Amanda,
Oh, my
Oh, take a
last
sip.
question.
Yes.
Is it a prerequisite to be in
Oh.
Latchkey Kids to have really nice, luscious curls?
Yeah,
That is so
you guys are capped up and mapped up, but yeah, like,
I mean,
Yeah, I
I'm just
know.
saying. Wait,
There was-
where's Kyle's hair? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
He's got
Yeah.
crazy
Oh,
hair.
okay.
look at
Don't
that,
you
look at
worry.
that.
I'm
all over
just
the
saying. I was like, it's like, is it a prerequisite? I'm jealous. Look at this straight hair. Like, I'm jealous. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
There was a point in time in the band where when we started, I think we all had really, really long hair. And then we at different points in time we all shaved our heads, and then now we're coming back to the long hair
Good.
again.
This
Sick,
is
yeah.
this is a
A fan of the long
year.
hair. Yeah.
Long hair summer for the boys.
Yeah.
It is long hair summer.
Long hair
Long
summer.
hair year summer.
Wind in your hair going down the parkway,
That's right. You guys and Adam Lazar, who's swinging the microphone around?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of. A lot of people have been saying you're like the Lebanese Adam Lazara.
They've been,
Lev
that's what they
Lazara,
call
I've
me.
heard that. Adam Lev Zara. I've seen that like 4 or 5 times on the internet now. They're on my burners, but I've seen it.
To quote our touring bassist Justin, that's what they called me in high school. Lebanese Adam Lazara. That's what he says about everything. He's like, that's what I guess it's an
I
internet
love that.
thing, right? Like that's what they call me in high
that's
school.
That's
Yeah. Yeah, I love that band too. Yo, Fall Out Boy thing. Sorry. Just
Oh, no, go
Do your
ahead.
thing.
Yeah, do your
the
thing.
last song, right? On did you guys, because you guys were more hip to it, I guess I was a little too young. Were you guys into Taking Back Sunday when that first record came out?
When you realize
Yeah.
they're the same, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I actually made a TikTok video about this. Yes.
Yeah,
yes, did.
I showed you in a mini-sode we did, or like
And I was like,
Did it?
it's
why
Cubes
have I
Away,
never-
not Cubes Away, it's Cut from the Team. Yeah, they're doing it's
yeah. And I was like, oh no, I've never seen this before.
I know, isn't it kind of wild? And then what blew my mind, what made me a New Jersey patriot, if you will. I don't know. I don't want to. I was gonna say New Jersey supremacist, but I hate the word supremacist.
Yeah, it's got tough ties to it. Patriots got tough ties to it now too, but at least there's like a fucking football team and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What made me proud of my country, New Jersey, is that like getting into Saves the Day in college, and then going, oh, there would like that Fall Out Boy sound would not exist without.
You're
Saves
like,
the Day.
No,
no,
that's
everything cool from that era comes. It's like if you're a little
Well,
heavier, it's Thursday. If you're a little more pop punk, it's Midtown, or it Saves the Day, or Lifetime before that, or like
Yeah.
everything kind of cool came from New Jersey.
I mean,
Yeah,
for those who don't know the lore, Through With Being Cool is the entire album that Patrick sang acoustic for Pete and Joe when he auditioned for the band. He learned the entire Saves the Day album and did it acoustically, and they were one of his influences on how his voice was going to sound, until everyone's like, no, just sound more like yourself, stop sounding like everyone else.
Yeah,
And then,
stop trying to sound like a white boy. Like you ain't got that voice,
So-
bro. Like
yeah. Do the
So
soul.
Fall Out Boy lore
We
drop
want
right
the
yeah,
there.
soul.
you have too much
Yeah.
soul for the white boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh my God.
Without
Love
Saves the
it.
Day, you may not have Fall Out Boy. So there we go.
Yeah. Totally.
beautiful.
So, New Jersey.
All about New Jersey.
Oh yeah.